Toastmaster, I would call him. The one thing that can prove that he is indeed ardent is it just took him barely 2.5 years to become a distinguished Toastmaster. People take many years. This gentleman, he took it just in 2.5 years to become a distinguished Toastmaster. And he has been showcasing his talent not only as a speaker, but as a leader, and even as a servant leader. Everything he's there at the forefront. So that much is his audacity with the commitment in Toastmasters. Professionally, he is a training manager at Dunkin' Donuts. He joined, in fact, I saw him grow as a Toastmaster, the distinguished Toastmaster, during my tenure here at Taj Toastmasters. Please put your hands together to welcome our Toastmaster of the day, DCM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. My dear Toastmasters and those who are offline and online on this podium, very warm good evening and welcome to Taj Toastmasters hybrid meeting number 1. And I am officially very happy to say that I am falling in love over and over again with this kind of setup where we learn technology in a manner that we all are growing and learning and in every step of the way at Toastmasters. Today's theme, Love at First Sight, is very unique and very special to me because I have a lot of personal stories which comes in when I hear the word love at first sight. I'm sure many of you have the same feeling which I have, and you have more experience, if at all. I can see by the faces which you are displaying out here, I can see that you have more experience than me to share a lot of love stories and to say more about love at first sight. But in my case, I was thinking about a theme for this meeting, and then it happened that love at first sight is the most apt theme to do after reaching, which came after a long time of waiting. We all were really waiting. And when I saw DGF Gurajan today in Masala Zone, he said, "Are we in a hurry to meet early?" I said, "This is love at first sight." And who can forget the love? And that exactly is the reason why we are all here. So much enthusiasm, passion. We have booted up, ironed our suits, looking for the best tie which will match the suit. And most important, after a long time, I'm having a proper trouser along with my suit. I have seen many Toastmasters. I'm not pointing out name, but he's laughing because he knows I'm talking to him. But I have seen Toastmasters, when the camera falls down, you can see the lungi underneath the blazer. And that itself is love at first sight, and love and passion for Toastmastering that he respects Taj Toastmasters meeting at least from waist ago. But now let me talk about Toastmastering and love at first sight. How is it both related? The best, everybody have love at first sight. Now, if I call love at first sight, who all agrees to it? Love at first sight is a one-sided thing.
Yes.
How many agree? Okay, you say that I feel love at first sight, but I'm not sure how the other person feels, right? But there is a two-way love at first sight. Can anybody tell when it will happen?
When you see a beautiful girl after marriage.
Okay. But will it happen two-sided is my question.
Possible. Probably in Saudi Arabia.
Think about that instance when you were born. And when your mother looked at you and you looked at her, and that connection which makes relationships stronger. Consider marriage of two individuals who are not blood relatives. When they connected and the relationship is born, then a blood relationship starts. This is a very unique feature, and I feel love at first sight has meanings when it is between a mother and her child. And that is exactly love at first sight. And if you have that kind of inspiration in your heart, towards any lady you meet, wallah, that is also love at first sight. I don't want to prolong the meeting with a lot of love stories, but I will definitely come up with a lot of unique love themes which I got from the speakers today. Any typical Toastmaster meeting happens in a flow, and today's flow is also going to be same. First, we have a prepared speech session where speakers come prepared with their speeches, do a lot of practice, and wants to present their best in front of the audience. The second session is a table topics where Toastmasters practice impromptu speaking skills. And that itself is an amazing session. And the third, but not the least session, is where we evaluate ourselves, our progress, how far we have gone ahead by the evaluation session, which is the third session of today's meeting. So we have all the three sessions lined up for great listening and great thinking and great speaking. For this meeting to be successful, we have an array of meeting leaders who are here to help conduct the meeting in a beautiful manner. Without further ado, let me call upon each and every meeting leader, and I would request the meeting leaders to raise up and read out their criteria when they are called upon. First, I would like to call upon our word master of the day, who will be introducing the word of the day today. For that, let me call upon Toastmaster Umesh.
Good evening. I am the word master for the day. As a word master, today my role is to introduce the word and instruct club members to use that word as much as possible in their speeches. Also, I found that how many times has used the word by each speaker. The word of the evening is Untitled. The meaning of the word is very enthusiastic or passionate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Definitely, it's going to be an ardent meeting after a long time, and what we are going to witness is ardent speakers who will come and display their skills. Next, we have our counter. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachala, would you please brief us what the role and responsibility of an counter is?
Good evening to Toastmasters. Yes. Today I am your counter. The purpose of the counter is to note the words or sound that are used, thus or past pillar by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the pillar sound including and I will also note when the speaker repeats the words or phrase such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachala, our founder. Our next meeting leader is our grammarian. For this, let me call upon Toastmaster Mohammed Mateen to kindly brief us.
Good evening, Toastmasters. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language use. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. Thank you, and
Thank you, Toastmaster Mr. Mohammed Mateen, our grammarian. Let me call upon our next meeting leader, Toastmaster Mohammed Ijaz, who is going to do for the first time the timer role in an offline hybrid mode. Toastmaster Mohammed Ijaz.
thank you, Toastmaster. At the timer, I will write the table topics, speakers, former speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, amber, and red cards, which denotes specific time remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to not more than 2 minutes. At one time, I will raise for green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds will be amber card, and 2 minutes will be there. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to the specific speech time. Icebreaker speeches, icebreaker speeches, and most of the other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I would like green card, and 6 minutes it would be amber, and 7 minutes it would be red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes I would like green card, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds would be amber, and 3 minutes it would be red card. Every topic evaluation will be having 30 seconds each for a speaker. So 5 speakers at a time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and 2 minutes 30 seconds for green, and 3 minutes for yellow, and 3 minutes 30 seconds for amber. The grace time of 30 seconds will be allotted for qualifying speaker of the word.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohammed. That's our timer. And next coming up is our vote counter, Toastmaster Jitesh Raj.
My role is as a vote counter is to count the votes for each speaker in each of the polling session. They will calculate the exact speech and evaluation. This is the ballot sheet. This is the ballot sheet. Okay, to vote this speaker in each session. For a person in session, you may put it in the voting box.
Thank you.
After the evaluation session, I will go over the voting group. This one will response of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jitesh Raj. At Taj Toastmasters, we learn by doing, and we are all here to support our meeting leaders. I would request all of you to give a big round of applause to all of you. Now it is time for me to formally go into our prepared speech session. And we have our first speaker who is ready, and our first speaker is evaluator who has joined online tonight. And let me call upon Toastmaster Jabir Ali to kindly give the evaluation criteria for our prepared speech.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my speaker, Mr. Sunil Idikula, is going to deliver speech in Manage Change. The speech title, Transformation in Our Life. Speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Purpose of the speech. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice developing a change management plan. The purpose of this speech for the member to share some aspects of a change management plan. I wish him to deliver his speech to best of his level. Back to Toastmasters of the evening.
It is really great to see the technology moving up. Now it is our time to call our speaker. As always, I ask the speaker about his view about love at first sight. And he said, love is all what we talk, but it should come from our heart. He said, whenever I saw any kids, any child, I actually fall in love with them. And my affection comes from my heart. And that is exactly love at first sight for me. This Toastmaster is the one who gave me a different aspect and meaning to love at first sight through his lines. And a cute baby is what comes to his mind when he thinks and remembers about love at first sight. It is my pride, my honor to call upon my dearest friend in Toastmasters fraternity, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, to give his first speech on transformation. And the speech title is Transformation in Our Life. Toastmaster Sunil Nidikula, transformation in our life.
If you doesn't challenge yourself, you won't change. Change, it's very hard in the beginning. Messy in the middle. But at the end. My dear fellow Toastmasters, I want to read to you all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Maybe you all know about what is self-transformation, right? Whenever we discuss about self-transformation, the first thing is coming to our mind. A person, he lose X amount of weight after he joined in gym. Coming to the Toastmasters, he says, as a beginner, he was very shy in his icebreak speech. Later, he's doing his best out of him for this prepared speech. Even we spoke about the word self-transformation. It's give more energy and enthusiasm, and it should take us to the next level. Similarly, our evaluators, they say, if you are brave, if you follow these two recommendations, your speech become the next level and you become a champion speaker. So, self-transformation means each person who will become natural. Apart from self-transformation, there is another transformation that is called organizational transformation. Most of the senior Toastmasters here, they know what is organizational transformation, such as company layoff, loss job, salary reduction. This all come in that. But when we talk about the organizational transformation in the picture, there's two aspects is coming. One is self-driven, and the second one is imposed. Imposed changes. People doesn't like it. People fear about it or stay away from it. Look at this pandemic period. So there is a lot of imposed changes in our life. Work at home, attending a meeting, and our kids are close to us. Our kids are doing online education, and our family is doing online shopping. These are our new normal for us. This is a transformation from the old life from the new life. So the same thing in our Toastmaster journey too. Before, every Monday, we all are come to the masala zone and into the physical meeting. After this corona pandemic, what we did? We started doing our online meeting. And this was a Zoom platform. The beginning, Zoom platform, what is that? We all have struggled a lot. But in that time also, we have one Zoom master. You know that one, who is that?
Dr. Mahesh.
Dr. Mahesh. He was the one who was the Zoom master for us. Come on, the transition is coming up now. Now, on the road after 2 years, we are all perfect. And we all are Zoom masters. Come on, this is the real life transformation. If anyone doesn't understand it very clearly, I will tell you very simple. We all are married. We have wife. Around 20 or 25 years, they were living in their own house with their parents and their siblings. After they come to our house, our family, very fast they change. No. Doctor, they adapted for another thing for our family. That transition from a daughter to a wife. Coming to my company, the beginning, missions died. Our engineer, top management. Whenever we talk about the safety, policy, rules, implementation, safety, but constant interference with this engineer, constant training, constant communication, they change. They are all adapted the new normal now. Now, we got the new project, and we are not saying anything to them. They are following, they are adapting the new normal. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, after this pandemic, you all got the any changes? You got the transition? Yes. Yes. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, Charles Darwin said one time, yes, that strong or intelligent species is not stay. The strong things are that thing is changing, the adapted changes will stay away. Thank you, Toastmasters of the day.
So first of all, I request all the guests who are speakers who are giving the speech to come on below that light, because it is where you're standing now.
Yeah.
And move around in that area itself. It will be great. And also no crosstalk. Thank you.
Noted, and thank you, Sergeant at Arms. Our next speaker, he has a lot of secrets. Then I asked him, why don't you share some experience about your first love, or love at first sight experience? He said, that is a big secret. And I asked him, what comes to your mind when you hear love at first sight? He said, it could be possible for others to tell, but for me it is too much. I'm not able to quote one incident. This Toastmaster is somebody who always, if you hear the word preparation, you can actually look at the word preparation as a synonym for preparation, and you can see his name coming up if Google would have attended our meeting. Because you should attend contests, kind of preparation which he takes for that contest makes him a totally different, unique Toastmaster in our club. And this person comes with his experience as a past president of Taj Toastmasters and his DGM title, which has all made us proud. Let me call upon distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan. Title, be a road sign. Be a road sign. DGM Guru Rajan. My apologies, I forgot to call the evaluator because I got so involved in DGM Guru Rajan. So may I request the evaluator also to kindly brief the evaluation criteria.
Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, along with you all. The purpose of the project is for a member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. Speech title: Be the Road Sign. Be the Road Sign. DGM Guru Rajan.
Thank you, the MSP. The service to the society, the real service to the society, the sincere service to the society is a need right from the day the human civilization had begun. Well, good evening to all of you, dear Toastmasters. Good evening. Can I ask the question that can the service be done in a simpler way? Raise the hand. So, Thank you. There is a notion that whenever the service is there, it should be like a candle, giving light by destroying yourself. In Toastmasters, is it possible nowadays? You are running like a rat race for survival. Is it possible for us to destroy ourselves? What the need of the hour is, we can always appreciate somebody who does even the simplest service in his capacity. I always admire the road sign going to show you Lauda or Valaya. It's simple, but it gives a greater help to society. Can we be like a road sign giving directions to the people in need? One day, we were driving through a mud road in the thick forest. We started from the hilly town, mountain town called Ooty, and we are supposed to reach the guest house to spend our holidays. We did a mistake, and it was too late at 8 o'clock in the night. And the signal was weak. So it was not possible to use the mobile. Otherwise, I would have used the mobile lady to instruct me how to go to the guest house. I always think that the mobile lady is worse than my wife by giving constant instructions. You see, sometimes I also need a change of instructors. Actually, that time, it was 8 o'clock. I felt as if the whole atmosphere is full of ghosts. It was a time for the animals like tiger to start hunting. My blood pressure went up when I heard the sound of the branch being broken. Then I asked the tiger, sorry, there should be possibility that would be angry elephant. This is the place where generally the elephants cross. We are all holding our breath in fear. I was seeing some movements behind the trees. It could be a bloodthirsty leopard, bloodthirsty tiger. To our good luck, we saw the road sign on the road. To our bad luck, it was just lying on the ground. So with a lot of fear in the mind, we go down to the car and went near the post. It was showing 3 directions. One the Ooty from where we have come from. Another thing is called Masanakudi, one more place. The third one is the guest house. We aligned the road sign towards the Ooty from where we had come from, and we could get the direction of our guest house. It was about 3 kilometers from there. We reached safely. It is difficult to imagine even today that simple signboard was not there or with our conditions. It was showing the directions. Simply, without pride and without any expectations. Dear Toastmasters, this is what we have to learn from the signboard. But throughout the process, my wife was not having any fear. She was very brave. How? In case of any leopard, tiger, or ugly ghost comes, I would have been the first to pray. Because with this huge body, I cannot run. She would have been safe. So if you have a spouse who are out of proportion or fat, don't worry. They will be useful for you sometimes. Again, I ask you a question. Can we be a signboard or road sign giving directions to the people who are in need? Last year, we all faced the pandemic. There was lockdown here, there was lockdown in India, and many people lost their jobs. And especially in India, there are families who have to work daily to get the earnings and then to provide them to earn for food and the medicines. Because of the lockdown, they all lost their earnings. Many organizations donated money. I had a thought to donate money, but I was wondering how to proceed. I got the WhatsApp from one of my friends that he formed a group and they were collecting money to purchase food and medicines for the families. I sent the money, I was happy. My friend was acting like a road sign to me to donate money. He was acting like a road sign to the poor families to meet the requirements. If you do not have money, you can be a road sign serving the society. If you are old and cannot move easily, still you can do service by being a road sign. If you are uneducated, don't worry, you can serve still like a road sign. Dear Toastmasters, in this communication have developed so much these times, like mobiles, emails, etc. You can always connect up with people. What you will do is, if somebody comes to you for any need, just find out who can help them, and then inform the right kind of people. If you do not know, inform as many people as possible. One of them will definitely help. A Toastmaster, you can be the road sign connecting affluent to the needy ones. You can be the road sign connecting the people requiring medical attention to the one giving medical services. In one of the TV channels, they were interviewing a young girl who has defective 2 kidneys. You are not watching the one. Next day, the chief minister called the family, assuring them all medical services with the government free of cost. So the TV channel was acting as a road sign. Dear Toastmasters, I see in front of you all the people who have got desire to do the service to the society. You can be like a candle, bringing yourself to a greater service. You cannot, do not worry. You can always do service in a simpler manner. Be a road sign. Be a road sign. Be a road sign. What are the Toastmasters?
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Virachan. Rousing round of applause for road sign is still standing. And thank you very much for that road sign story, which gave a lot of meaning to our meetings. And as Toastmasters, we see road signs lying down. We should lift it up and show the right path to the new generation. For our next speaker, let me call upon our speaker's evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, to read out the evaluation criteria.
Point of order. Since it's a hybrid meeting, I kindly request the evaluators to go to the stage.
My speaker today is delivering his second speech from the Distinguished Toastmaster project. As part of this project, the member has to deliver a first speech, execute the project, and deliver a second speech on how it was executed. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skills as a leader and a public speaker. The purpose of the second speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience completing the project. Speaking time is 8 to 10 minutes. Time is not, it is 8 to 10 minutes. And the speech typing,
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. This speaker shared a love at first sight experience with me. I was wondering if that happened in a real life, in a table topic speech, where the time stopped there forever and ever. He said an instance where his time was not moving, he was like stuck in that love. And he shared about, when I asked him about this experience, he shared about that nostalgic feeling which came to him on that day, where he fell in love at first sight for the first time. You would be thinking that I'm going to call a very young, ardent, college-going Toastmaster. Then, well, you are right. He is young at heart, passionate in his mind, and always behind our back to bring out great success stories for Taj. Let me call upon the about to be distinguished Toastmaster, really distinguished Toastmaster Sunny Guruvilla, to present his speech. Succeed, reach out. Toastmaster Sunny Guruvilla, to succeed, reach out.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. 4 years before, the same venue, same stage, and I was standing in front of the audience. I was skeptical. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. And I was confused how it is going to affect the audience. But after 4 years, I can stand in front of you with much greater confidence. I know almost what to say, how to say, and how it is going to impact the audience. Also, I learned what is not to be said. My Toastmaster journey, 4 years, real Toastmaster journey, was really good for me. Of course, I got communication skills, but what I learned is to understand and feel that for everybody there is some goodness in their heart. Everybody. If we cannot see that, this is the problem. We cannot understand it. We cannot appreciate it. This is the feeling. Everybody is good. Now, going back to the project, DTM project, which just concluded. Here, Toastmasters. Let me explain that ardent project. Helped by you. When I mentioned about this thing, again, I was skeptical. But the ardent people around me, the energy boosters, they pushed me from the. They gave me all encouragement. First, Area 6 director, he said, go ahead. Division B director, Toastmaster Manas, Toastmaster Roy Josh. No need to say any name. Everybody in Area 6. They supported me like anything. The flyers, still flying flyers. Toastmaster Manas, I was saying, if I want to get that from my professional, even with the 500 get purpose, I will not do it. Because he made it without any explanation from his own experience. And Toastmaster Roy, all that agendas was prepared by him. Just to give him the Excel, type, and he can get to that. This is the beauty, the enthusiasm. Basically, there are two types of people around you. One is energy boosters. When we are with them, our energy will boost automatically. And another type, energy dryers. That is the right word I am not using. What happens is when we are with them, they will lose all energy. And it happens. Using same thing, love at first sight. When we see these people, love or like at first sight. Maybe they are really beautiful, maybe not beautiful. But from the eyes, I get energy. That is why I like them. When we are going to people, we are going to people who energize me, not make me in the floor. Going back to this project, we had 5 projects. And I thought of doing this project, I thought, I learned a lot. Why I should not share it to other people the same way? That is why I doctrine this project as learn project. I further went down to each and every letters, learn how to make our learning more adaptive and more easiest. We explained, we had a training session conducted by experienced trainers. Then we went to next E, evaluate. I'm sure that when I go from here, everybody will say in front of me, excellent. But that is not excellent. We need to evaluate ourselves. And I'm not saying, okay, please say good, because we need to boost the energy. Now, adapt. What is the purpose of this training? Are we going to compete and win prizes? No. Whatever Toastmaster training we are getting, we need to adapt to our daily life. Whether it is in the office space, whether it is in the house, or wherever we go, we need to adapt it and we need to take a better version of ourselves. We need to improve, that is the basic, and we need to improve our quality of life. That is the purpose. So, adapt. And the next project, it was very critical. That debate whether Toastmastering is good for health in workplace. I like that debate, not because of the content, but the way, like a lawyer, like a liar, how that he made their point, thinking that what I am saying is wrong. Agree with me? They proved, and one of the debater is sitting here. I really like that. This shows our capacity, how to influence the people with our own ideas. And the last one, going back to a new you with you. Everybody has, as I mentioned, goodness and some sort of not so good. We need to refrain ourselves. It is like a balance, good and bad. When we are doing something good thing, it is stopping us. Don't do it. Don't do it. But when we do it, one person is saying, "Yeah, you did something good." So we need to improve our goodness and find out a new within us. We need to see that a new you in others. That is what I am willing to do now. Then some people, what I have noticed is, they will pretend. They will pretend to love you, but they are not loving. I can show my teeth, but it is not a smile. What is the reason for that? In our brain, there are two portions. One is old brain, and the other one is new brain. Old brain is created by Almighty, that we should not entangle with anything not required. Whenever we see something, we have a fear. Water will not happen. Anything which is dangerous to us will not happen. And this is called the brain, which is protecting us from not help other people, not do good. Just be with you. And other one is new brain, which we got based on our education, development, training. This is what we develop further. That is what this Toastmaster does with us. Here, when I go back to my project, I was surrounded with other people. Anything I not appreciate, I said thank you to all of you. I never felt this project is such huge one. Every week one project, and one project, more than 50 people attended. This one we created in a span of just 7 days. Not dedicated. Here, another one in between. That is the leadership strength of Taj Toastmasters. Multitasking. Toastmaster is one. I'm sorry. If I name, I have to start from here. The time yellow is there, so let me stop. To conclude, what we need to do is, as I mentioned, there are two types of people. Other people, emergency. There are people prior to your always run away from this negative people. You cannot change them. You can try, but most probably they will not. Run away from them. Always try to play people other energy. Once again, thank you all. 4 years before, I was standing like this. Now I can stand like this.
Much, big round of applause for that. Congratulations on successfully completing your DTM project. We are neck to neck on time, and it's time for us to go on to our next round. I fell in love with Toastmasters because of one reason, that is table topics. Before we go into this table topics now, let me call upon our timer to check whether all the speakers are qualified.
Except PM Anipravila, both are qualified.
All right. So our board master will be distributing the voting ballots right now. You may choose your best speaker. For Toastmaster Sunil Vidikula and Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan, you can cast your votes to your favorite speaker. Without further ado, let me call upon our table topic master for today. Our table topic master is a very unique and a very special human being. And in Toastmasters community, he stood out as the #1 in the last year in District 79 by accomplishing a lot of accolades in Toastmasters. And one of the highest accolades he scored was the Distinguished Toastmasters Award. And he also brought pride to Taj Toastmasters by being the Toastmaster of the Year for the District 79. A big round of applause. And I call our table topic master for today, the Division B Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Mahesh Pillai.
Division Head Director and my other Toastmasters, a very warm good day. Now we are moving on to the most exciting part of Toastmasters, the table topic. In table topic, we train members for impromptu speeches, where the members get trained on organizing and sharing their ideas, views in a very short period of time. You can think of table topic as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. You need to speak for 1 minute. So the green will be at 1 minute. 1 minute 30 seconds will be amber, and 2 minutes red, and you have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. I said the theme, today's theme, as we went, theme of the day, love at first sight. I too started my Toastmaster journey here in 2017, the same stage. That day itself, I fell in love with Toastmasters. As said by George Sand, there's only one thing in life, you see what happens to love and be loved. That, to start with the first topic, the theme of our meeting is love at first sight. Have you ever experienced that? To that topic, I'd like to call the senior Toastmaster to present a speech so that the new members can see. For that, I'd like to call Our Division Director, Toastmaster Harish. So the theme of our meeting is love at first sight. How you are experiencing Toastmaster Harish.
Love at first sight. I have experienced it, not just once, many times. Whenever I see a movie, whenever I see an actress, whenever I see a beautiful girl or girl, I feel it. But it will happen something. Amen. I don't know if because of my age or my basic nature, but still, the thing is, I like that feeling. I used to think this is the way every man used to think. But later, when I get mature, the years are getting closer, I start to get different feeling when I see the same beauty, same actions. I used to look at them in a very different perspective, especially after marriage. But Toastmasters, whenever we hear the word love at first sight, we somehow relate that word into more like a physical or harmonic relation. In reality, it's a nectar. It's a feel comes from our heart. It touches others. Whether they like us or not, feel should be there. This feel I got from because his mother is the only human being. Irrespective of number of sons or daughters, the love explodes multiple. So you can get a cue from your mom and start to treat all the people, all the human beings, as like the same. Fall in love. Whether it's a first sight or it's always fall in love. Spread.
Now the next topic. What do you love most about yourself? Light code. Toastmaster Parvez Ansari. The topic is, what do you love most about yourself? Toastmaster Parvez Ansari.
Love and it's all our action. It's generated from our internal feelings. Most of the things, what we think, what we saw, what we experience in our life, that we accordingly we react. According to this, we think, we act. So we have to love, we have to like, we have to attract each other. It depends on our feeling. But we have to love each other. We have to coordinate. We have to stay with properly, having one connection, and we have to help each other. There is a good affection, good feelings of maybe that we can attract anybody, anything. If you want to do something, if we have heart of love, and positive attitude, if we feel we can do anything from our body attitude or friendship, we can do achieve or target, and we can make friendship with all. If we go anywhere in a unknown place, if we have our positive or attitude is positive, means we are thinking that we can do with love, with friendship, so that we can do something, anything. We can get anything, we can achieve or target whatever we think, whatever we thought. So, and obviously, I would like to say that we have to be a heartful, love heart, so that we can make friendship, we can work hard, work hard. Thank you very much.
For the new members, please wait for the topic master to come on the stage. Not feel relaxed and empty. Shake hands and you can go back. Now we will move on to the third topic. Say love at first sight. It also says, do not trust everything you see. Even salt look like sugar. What do you think? I like to call a mentor teaching skill. Says love at first sight. But it also says, do not trust everything you see. Even salt look like sugar. Teach him skill. Mr. New Comics Master, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Good evening to you all.
Great evening.
Appearances can be deceptive. We need to be really cautious. As New Comics Master said, God and like. What I feel is that even with love or marriage, we really be very grounded. Very grounded. Whenever, not only love or marriage, whenever we interact with people, be very grounded. That we are not get carried away. Although we are ardent lovers, get be friendly with people to be achieve our purpose. That draw a line. They see some red signal, red flag somewhere. Hence, we have extra cautious so that whatever we do, sometimes we are very skeptical, and professional skepticism, whatever. That would be, I think. So, even ardent lovers of anything, still, I feel we need to practice professional skepticism, whatever. Last topic, we're running short of time. We'll have only 4 topics today. The last topic is it important to love or be loved? I'd like to call Toastmaster Dinesh. The topic is it important to love or be loved? Toastmaster Dinesh.
I think in both ways, we look for love as well as we also should give love. So if I think if you give love, generally it will reciprocate and give you back. So we should not expect a love, but we should need this we have to give. So love doesn't mean that it's about exchanging something, do it wholeheartedly, that it will benefit in all like the person doing something good to anyone, expect nothing, do it as a good wisher or a wisher. That certainly will create a love. No need to ask for it, it will come up. And it's very important in life. Without love, I think sustaining life itself is very difficult. Because we are a social animals, so it's like it's always there. From the birth, we are seeing this, so it's not that it's a new thing. And, it's very important to have it, and also should we don't think of using it one way or something like that. Give it as much. It's as good. Thank you.
So, dear Toastmasters, give all the speakers a big round of applause. I'd like to appreciate and thank the President and Exco for arranging the hybrid meeting. We are fed up with the online meetings and being the President of Online Club last year. Thank you for this opportunity. I enjoyed being a favorite topic master, and I hand over the lecture back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Dr. Manish, for that wonderful table topic session. Timer, are all the table topic speakers qualified?
Yes, all the speakers.
Great, congrats. And so maybe request our board master to collect the ballots. I think the ballots are already ready. And we will be off for a short break, a small tea break for 10 minutes. And right now, the time is
8:27.
and the certificate arms will be calling back us at sharp after 10 minutes to continue the meeting. Until then, it's a break time. Thank you.
Members online can enjoy a break at their home.
Balance good. No, thank you. No, it's
Very good, Samuel. Toastmasters, cheers. My camera is not clear. Anybody have a good camera? Hey, cheers with the meal. Yeah. I don't
We are 2 minutes late. Please take on your meeting point order. After the tea break.
Toastmaster Jabrali is missing tea.
Toastmaster Jabrali, chai, cheers.
Hi, Toastmaster Sundar. Yes, Manas. Enjoy the tea, huh?
Everybody is enjoying tea.
I'm missing. Yes, I have to join. Yes.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. So it's sorry.
We missed you.
Yes, myself also. I must join. Yes.
Can you take your seats, please? Yeah, it's not. a physical online. Right. No, that's only the
Welcome back, my dear Toastmasters. I hope you enjoyed the samosa and vada
super.
and fell in love
Yes,
with it over and over again. You can see multiple helpings happening, and that's why that lady, including me, enjoyed and lavished through samosa, because samosa is something which brings back our memories to a good monsoon rain, having a tea and samosa with a girlfriend in front of you. That feeling obviously is going to be a totally different atmosphere. But let me not go into that atmosphere. It is time to evaluate. And the evaluation session is going. Do you know what exactly is an evaluator? Who is an evaluator? Who measures, who checks how good, how bad, what is the weighing scale looking like, and then presenting it to you. You know, we are a Toastmasters meeting, it's 2.5 hours, 2 hours meeting. And here we have today who previews and reviews movies in depth, in detail, understanding the cons and pros of each and every minute aspect of that movie, and recommends us whether to watch it with family or alone. Now, let me call upon our division and director, distinguished Toastmaster, to be soon Toastmaster Naresh Kumar. Channel our movies, review and review.
The only reason I have started that YouTube channel was I cannot evaluate anything in my home. Only outside of home I can evaluate. That was the reason I started this year. Thank you. So on the evening, maybe a 1 hour, you can be director, president, and fellow Toastmasters. We have reached to a very important session today. Before getting into that, how many of you know what love marriage? I presume, how many of you are arranged marriage? You all are eligible to talk about. We reached to a very important session. If the objective of the Toastmaster is to improve our communication skill and leadership skill, this session is going to help us to achieve. I request all the evaluators at least to share 2 points to improve the speaker's communication. Before calling the first evaluator, for to evaluate Toastmasters Sunny will be the speech. I'm going to invite to evaluate Toastmasters Sunny. I'm going to invite the evaluator Toastmaster. He is a mechanical engineer. He is from Theni, Tamil Nadu. Currently working as a supply chain manager at Alphanar Electrical Systems, having 17 years of experience in supply chain, having 1 wife and 2 daughters. Let me invite Toastmaster Jagaradi to evaluate Toastmaster's speech. Toastmaster Jagaradi.
Good evening, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Warm good evening to all. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, he has delivered a very good speech in the topic transformation in our life. What a wonderful speech. Please give a loud applause to him for his wonderful speech. Transformation in our life. In the topic itself, he has given a transformation in his speech with connecting to his title. It's a really very good opening, body and conclusion in his speech. He has started with his speech that how generally the human minds resist any changes. And it is the change management, how it is important for the success of anything, to transform from old to new. It's starting from our kids, and it is actually an organization and individuals. Its change is mandatory. Change cannot be avoidable. The importance of the changes he has insisted and emphasized in his speech. And he has given a real examples in his speech, many examples. And if we not effectively handle that change management, and we will go in the failure. And if we handle effectively the change management, we will get a success in the organization as well as in entire the individual as well as in the organization wherever we apply this change management. Fellow Toastmasters, today I amazed in the confidence the speaker he expressed in front of the audience. Today it's a physical meeting, and the first speech itself, my speaker, he has given a very good speech in the body language, gestures, eye contact, as well as clarity in his speech. There are a lot of improvements in his speech. I saw energy and enthusiasm in his speech, and the quality of the content is very good, and the confidence level in front of the audience was very excellent. And hand gestures, stage movement was very professional. I have two suggestions. One is to include some humor in his speech, and the second suggestion to include some vocal varieties in his speech. Overall, his speech is very good, and I wish him to go for the next level by using these two comments. Back to General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Java, Toastmasters, and Toastmasters Sunil. Just to add one point from my side, I always remember you for your energetic speech. There is always the energy, so I can feel it could be there. Somehow I feel a bit low today. Maybe because we are meeting after a very long time and we are using the stage after a very long time. That could be one of the reasons. But I'm very sure you will get that energy, and I'm going to get the same energetic speech very soon. All the very good. And to evaluate Guru Rajan's speech, we have a Toastmaster who is the current Vice President of Education for large Toastmaster, as well as Vice President membership for Telangana Toastmasters. Beyond that, I have really admired with the way he has contributed to the society within the Toastmasters as well as outside the Toastmasters through his CSR initiatives last year. of a mind-blowing project which he has conducted. I would like to welcome my friend Toastmaster Jijo Kosi to evaluate DTM Guru Rajan's speech.
Can you be the road sign? Can you be the road sign? You be the road sign. All accepted his words. Is it not?
Yes.
He is the master of storytelling. Don't you agree? He took us into the forest along with him. I was feeling I'm all there. I felt that moment with him. That is the extent of storytelling we need to practice. I congratulate our teacher Gurajan for an excellent speech. He had a superb message. And he made us understand that service could be done in simpler ways. Maybe I don't have money, but still would pay for many others to open up. Thank you for that. Coming to his organization, he had a nice opening, a quote, and questions to the audience that really related us to the topic. He gave good examples in the body to keep us entertained with adding some subtle humor about the Google angle. Yes, all are running with the Google angle. And then he concluded with a call to action. Great organization of the speech. Coming to the recommendation point of view, don't you think he has done all the ways correctly? I agree to that. But a few changes could be done to make it even better. Now we are going to the contest point of view and everything. This vocal variety is excellent. But when it comes to the low pitch areas, sometimes the words are being missed. Like he said, rat race that were partially heard by Toastmaster Sunil. So that will surely matter when it comes to the contest. And he is our humorous champion. So I am expecting more humor from his speeches. So that will really enhance the speech. Overall, great speech, great storytelling, entertaining us from top to end with just small vocal variety where you can increase the volume and entertain us with your humorous stuff. Taj, as the next champion, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. What I like the most from DTM Guru speech, he already got DTM. Why he is giving a speech? The kind of mindset he used to get. He always gets some saturation. But he is proving why he is actually a DTM. A DTM, a true DTM, will never stop learning. That he proved that. Thank you. Now, we have witnessed one DTM speech. Now, to evaluate soon to be DTM speech, soon to be DTM Sunny Kurvila speech, we are having a Toastmaster who got love marriage, a doctor by profession, a champion across all formats of speech. He has so many trophies in his house. In fact, I used to get some trophies, borrow some trophies, whenever we have some functions. That's a level of achievement we have made. Let me welcome DTM Dr. Sundar to evaluate soon to be DTM Sunny Sundar.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. for that laughing introduction. In fact, you made myself like, because I'm here in front of you to evaluate the coming year. Fellow Toastmaster, now my dear friends, it all started 4 years ago. And I still vividly remember 4 years ago, when I was a guest in the same club meeting, it was this gentleman who was delivering his speech. I don't know, probably he had to contemplate something that probably he wanted to improve from that point in time. When I was looking at his speech, it was as if I got motivated and I wanted to improve myself. But the mark of a true leader, as has to be demonstrated in this project, is to grow, never to get satiated, never to get saturated, never to get fulfilled by what you have, but rather be a servant leader and grow the world. What a great way to start the speech. The most important things that we learn are what to say, how to say, and even more important, sparkling one-liners all through the speech. There are people, everybody is a good heart, but there are some people who are energy boosters and some of them are energy drainers. And we all have new brain and old brain. In all together, put it, he also inculcated and brought in his project, which was about the Learn event which he conducted. 5 exciting days wherein he was able to bring almost close to 250 participants. We have 2 division directors here. Even they would find it challenging to bring it, but he, single man with his team, was able to achieve that. Not just standing, true mark of a leader, he was recognizing everybody. He was trying to name each and every person who was part of this. So these were the great, amazing parts of our speech. I urge to congratulate him, to be the first one to congratulate him that he gets the distinguished Toastmaster for having done such a great project. But I am here today to evaluate and give him a few more recommendations which can take him as a speaker when he is delivering. There are just few things that I was able to observe. The first one, probably this is something that we also have, because we are in a phase, we came from the Zoom and into the physical arena. So Toastmaster Sunny was standing at one place, his stage utilization was a little bit lacking. That is natural. If I were him, I would have actually said, learn, evaluate, adapt, review, and then new you. 5 points to say the 5 aspects of this event and to reiterate. The second important thing, he could have used some metaphors to bring in those interesting scenarios. Probably an energy booster, something like a sponge which takes up everything and gives it back to you. Energy drainer, like a dry cloth or something like that, which soaks out everything. So you could have used some metaphorical usage as improves speech. His vocal variety was also impeccable, but it was a little bit monotonous. On the whole, it was a great presentation of his exemplary project. But with these subtle recommendations to take him to the next level, I am sure we have the next promising distinguished Toastmaster with us here at Taj. Thank you, PTM Dr. Sundar. One of the characteristics of a big leader or good leader is you hear about achievements of that leader or the stories about that leader before you meet that person. That becomes soon to be DTM study. Before I met him, I have heard a lot many stories about how he has brought or into a very different level. Thank you. And soon he is going to get official DTM award, but he already got all the plans. All the way. Now, to evaluate one of the most exciting sessions, table topic, speech, we have a Toastmaster. He is from Chennai, just with three kids, living in Riyadh since 2015, did masters in philosophy applied by microbiology and industrial biotechnology.
Diploma in Islamic Psychology, 18 years of professional experience in the field of food, manufacturing, ketchup, jam, mayonnaise. Come on, man. It's so big. So many things we have achieved. And I already know him. He always occupies the stage, either by speech or sing or through the music. Such a wonderful personality. Toastmaster, former reporters.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Today it was a wonderful session, table topic session conducted by our DTM Mahesh. Thank you for that. Let's move on to our evaluation session for the table topics. The first topic was attended by our speaker, Toastmaster Naresh. I usually come by DTM Naresh. Sorry. It's like Toastmaster Naresh. He gave a different insight for what is love at first sight. I hear that you are more passionate for love and your speech was mini entertaining speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Naresh. For the recommendation part, I would recommend your voice clarity. In the beginning, your voice was very low. When you are moving, your voice was not heard to everybody. And I would recommend you add your personal stories along with the humor that will add up more to your weightage to your speech. Coming to our second speaker, which was attended by Toastmaster Parvez. Though I see him in Zoom today, I have got a chance for seeing Toastmaster Parvez performing here. Toastmaster Parvez, you assimilated the speech and your thoughts into a mini speech very quickly. And you are so confident, you are looking at your eye contacts. I'll come back to the recommendation part. It was a fabulous speech. Overall, Toastmaster Parvez. The recommendation part, what I conclude like, you have 30 seconds. Wait, think, and then you can speak. It just assimilated into a quick speech. Rather, you would have waited and then you could have spoken. And your eye contact, like you are focusing only on one part and your eyes were not focusing on the right side or the left side. That will attract the audience. Thank you, Toastmaster Parvez. And coming to the third speaker, which was attended by DTM Sridhar. DTM Sridhar, the speech was well organized and you have used the words very cautiously. And I thought you were going to bring some personal love stories here. I missed out. The only recommendation for you is I am expecting a strong call for action from your side, but it was missing, and then your voice was monotonous. It would have been improved by saying another tones. You can bring in different voices. Overall, it was an influential speech, Toastmaster DTM Sridhar. Coming to our last part, our fourth speaker, which was attended by our Toastmaster Jitesh. Toastmaster Jitesh, your speech was well organized. I could see the right transition from your introduction, your body, and the final call for action was perfect. Everything was perfect. And what is the recommendation for you is your closed body gestures. Most of the time, your hands were like this, and your stage movement was in the same area. You could have used the complete stage for you and the whole area for you. And the second is your stage movement. You are just standing in one position, rather you would have come in the front, back, on the four sides. Overall, it was a remarkable speech, and I thank all the speakers. All the best. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Well, Toastmasters, we have heard all the evaluation. Now it's time to hear the report of the meeting ladies. Let me call upon the word master, Toastmaster Umesh, to share the meeting report. Master Umesh, word master.
Good evening all, and the webmaster for today. During the prepared in the prepared speech session, the Toastmaster Sunny Curricula used the word 5 times. And on the table topic, Toastmaster Sridhar used the word 2 times. Many other speakers, I would encourage that you use the word of the day during the prepared speeches and tables. Yep.
Now, let's hear from our off-counter Toastmaster survey. Toastmaster survey off-counter.
Good evening, Toastmaster. Yes, thanks for participating in the our counter. Regarding our counter now, during the meeting, we will be able to mark down the filler words when sound used by each speaker and then the message when giving you a quote. First, prepared speech. Toastmaster Sunny Curricula, 2 times 3 times 4, 3 times bird. ATM Rajan, 1 time 2 times bird. PM Sunny Curricula, 1 time 3 times bird. Next is table topic and speeches. PM Naresh Kumar, PM Parvez only 1 time 2 times 3 times others 3. DTM Sridhar, 2 times 2 only. PM Nitesh, 2 times 3 times 1 time others 3. Evaluation speech. For evaluation speech, I observe all our scope and excellent. Only in small micro I observe that for Mr. Javed Ali 3 times and used during evaluation speech, and another one is Mr. PM Muhammad Iqbal. I am used 2 times only in speech.
And you come from one of the job is our counter your thoughts when you are doing your table topic speech. Let me call upon the grammarian Toastmaster Muhammad Mati to read this briefly. Toastmaster Mati, the grammarian.
Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my guests. What is the wrong? What do you think? Love at first sight. I'm sure the PPPR, or the guy who has written down the theme is an ardent love. But coming on the table of our Toastmasters, we begin the speech opening body, call for action, and to just related to the theme. When I make you think about it, I go on to the speech. The best usage of English, the best sentences used were transformation in life, be the road sign, real and service to society is to be assigned to, giving light like a candle, destroying itself, giving direction to people in need, to succeed, reach out, fall in love, spread love. What do you love about yourself? Appearance can be deceptive. Is it important to be loved or to love? True DTM never stops learning. What to say, how to say, and what not to say. The best words used for tonight: secret, self-transformation, new normal, old life to new, adaptation, aligned, pride, spouse, effluent, skeptical, energy boosters, and someone said energy drivers. You could be very straightforward and say energy trainers or energy strainers. Adapt, better version, quality of life, refine. Social animal, you could have related to the theme by telling and making it funny, social, and being animal after that one.
saturation, satiated, servant leaders, inculcated, subtle, exemplary. Some changes that need to be made doesn't challenge, it is don't challenge. We say. Speech becomes next level, speech goes to the next level. We all are one. We are one. They lived in the house. Then, before I conclude, these three people who have not had a marriage, who have not had a love life, cannot even spell that in a proper way. We say that we got love marriage. We had love marriage. Unfortunately, it's the arranged marriage. Thank you, and over to you.
Indeed, for a very descriptive report. Now let's hear it from the Titled Toastmasters Mohammed Ijaz for the report.
I was now at first sight the time machine. Thomas Alva Edison job, different color bulbs. Going to prepare speeches. PM Sunny Adikula was 5 minutes 47 seconds qualified. PM Gururajan 7 minutes 16 seconds qualified, and PM Sunny Adikula 10 minutes 47 seconds not qualified. Going to table topics. PM Naresh 2 minutes 19 seconds qualified. PM Pardesh 1 minute 53 seconds qualified. DTM Speaker 1 minute 57 seconds qualified. PM Chitesh 1 minute 30 seconds qualified. Then comes to the evaluation. PM Jabir Ali 3 minutes 25 seconds qualified. PM Zijo 2 minutes 59 seconds qualified. DTM Sundar 3 minutes 22 seconds qualified. And first must be Balkashi 3 minutes 30 seconds exactly qualified. Thank you.
Fellow Toastmasters, before I conclude, my job being a general evaluator to share some improvement areas how the meeting was conducted. Yesterday I was very happy because when I came here by 8:10, nobody was there. Then I was so happy. Okay, being a general evaluator, I have some points to make some improvement. Today, that is the reason I don't want to be the general evaluator for Taj. You can be even the Toastmaster of the evening. Although you have to work hard, that can be done, that can be managed. But being a general evaluator is very difficult, but you have to share some time. For that, I would like to give one major improvement area, which is the distraction from the back, especially while the speech is going. I understand, since it is a hybrid meeting, we have to manage some challenges, but still, the key things we learn from this kind of scenario is how to do it without affecting the city staff. So that is the major improvement area. I'm sure it is going to happen from next big conference. Another thing is maybe since it's the first meeting, this one is getting moving a lot because of the lawyer can be taken care of next week. But what else I can say? You are having a kind of a hacking setup there and doing such a wonderful hybrid meeting. What else I can say? So something like this kind of points I can say. So thank you so much. Now it's a time to hand over to a person. Actually, what I heard was when the meeting was organized, nobody was there to come for the Toastmasters of the evening. But this particular gentleman came to a Toastmasters of the evening position only after hearing the theme. Is it so?
Somebody like to.
Because he volunteered himself, the moment he heard the theme is going to be love at first sight. Well, support.
Naresh, for that awesome general evaluation. It was raining that day. And I was in my college and I was like drenched in my white t-shirt. And I came towards the college door and there was a lady who was standing with an umbrella. She looked at me, I looked at her, and it was definitely love at first sight for me. I went close to her and she looked at me and said, "Yes." I started blushing and I said, "Yes. Can we have a tea together?" I went to the tea shop with her, expecting her to share the umbrella, but she did not. But I was already wet, so I assumed that it's okay to be wet. I went ahead, ordered 2 tea. Tea came. She said, "Manas, I wanted to say something." I said, "Go ahead. I'm all ready. I'm booted and suited for that." Borrowing words from Dr. Sundar. I don't know what's going to happen, how I would give her the reply, but then she said, "Manas, I am totally in love with the best friend of yours. Would you please go and tell him that I love him a lot?" That was my love at first sight experience, since all of you wanted to know one eager love story from my side. For that, let me call upon our presiding officer, Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, to take over the podium. And I thoroughly enjoyed being your Toastmaster of the evening, and I hope you too enjoyed the evening.
Hello Toastmasters, good evening once again. So did you all fall in love at first sight? With me? Please. Jokes apart, what a great meeting we had today. It was all the efforts of everybody present here to make this meeting a grand success. A big thanks to you all, because we were doing a hybrid meeting. We have had an experience. This is what we learn by doing. Twice last year, we had events where we planned our hybrid. So today, when we wanted to do a hybrid meeting, we already had the checklist ready. I should indeed thank our immediate past president and current DPD, ATM Dr. Mahesh Pillai, for instigating that last year itself. So we had a checklist ready and we were able to do it. So in spite of that, we had 3 great role players. Our Toastmaster of the day made sure that we clearly love today's meeting, but ardent enough to listen to it. Our table topics master, who brought in those beautiful topics related to love at first sight, and our general evaluator, who's still trying to love at first sight. A big round of applause for all our victory role players. I request our vote master to collect the voting for the victory role players. Here are my votes. Please pass it on. 2 votes? No, one from someone else. So as we are going with this, so we have a lot of accomplishments that occurred over the last 1 week. You know, when we moved into the hybrid meeting setup as of today, even I was not unaware. I was just standing here and then I was not doing my due justice, but I have to do that because these were things that I had missed out. We have 2 division directors here with us. I failed to welcome them to the meeting. Sincere apologies. Thank you so much for facing the occasion and making sure this was a success. And then we have to share our accomplishments over the last week. So the first one was we had a great leader within us, a very motivating person who inspires us all, not just by his words but also by his actions. Our immediate past president and current division P director, he was adjudged the Toastmaster of the Year for entire district sample. That was not enough. We had yet another leader. I personally draw inspiration from him because I joined when he was the president of the club. And not only me, it was a huge bunch of people who are currently running the show. And this gentleman, none other than our immediate past Area 6 director, soon to be DPM.
Could you please call them to the stage because the people here at the hybrid meeting.
I call upon our visionary director and immediate past president, Toastmaster DPM, Dr. Naishpillai, for being adjudged the Toastmaster of the Year. Congratulations, ladies, and we need a proud moment for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
May I call upon our immediate past Area 6 Director, Toastmaster, soon to be DPM, Sunny Kurvella, for being adjudged Area Director of the Year.
Manoj, you are in the front of the camera.
And yet another leader who received his Leadership Excellence Award for his extreme contributions as a CSR manager for the entire program year 2020-21 for District 79. Toastmaster. As I rightly mentioned in the message that I posted in all groups, he is a mentor of mentors. There are several mentors among us here, but he is a mentor of us all mentors. DTM S.R. Sridhar, who was adjudged a world-class speaking coach based on a rigorous certification program done by none other than the world champion of public speaking, Craig Valentine. DTM Sridhar. We had a lot many more achievements, but these were the members, the jewels on the crown called Taj. Big round of applause for them.
I wish next year this time the number should start from here up to this one.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. You will vote for it. In addition, we also had several members who received dual members and triple members. That is the bronze, silver, and gold pins. I have one of the members who received this pin, and I have it with me here. DTM Gururajan for Mugali Never Surrender and making sure that it was not just a distinguished club for the time he was a club coach, but also continuing it for the next year. Master. It's indeed an honor to place this bill. I'm not your way. Yes.
We also like to say, Dr. Sundar also received the nominee for the. Sorry, I apologize that I couldn't bring the award for Dr. Sundar because it was coming from application. He also received he was a nominee for the Toastmaster of the Year award for District 79 last year, and also he received a silver pin for being a member in more than one club. So congratulations, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So it's a proud moment. So we are setting examples. We had the Toastmaster and also the nominee. I don't know how many people were because we had a lot many more people who were accomplishing so much. And also last year we had a spectacular award. We were actually the #1 in terms of education awards. Let us not rest in our laurels. Let us push ahead this year. We are seeing people around us slacking a bit. This is the time that we have to rise up and run forward. I believe that it is possible with all your contributions. And in that regard, we also had one level completion over the last week. It was DM Neetu Ratish. She completed a level 3 in presentation master. Can I now call our vote master for announcing the results, please?
So, congratulations to all winners and
Could you be little louder?
okay. Congratulations to all the winners and
Can start from first one.
best prepared speech
Louder.
goes to Gururajan.
Our division and director, Master Naresh, to do the honors, please.
Ask her to
Second, tabletop, best tabletop speaker, Mr. Naresh.
Naresh, to do the honors.
Looks like he's got the best evaluator, Mr. Tijo.
You speaker to do the honors.
Best meeting leader, Mr. Mohan Nadeem.
The class is director was Master Saeed.
Last one, best of big three, Mr. Manas.
Oh. Okay, please. Winners, photo, what counter, please. You did a splendid job of.
It has been good, very quiet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners. And as I am announcing, when our Vice President Education was walking up to take the trophy, he added up an extra sweet news. He had one more level completion this week, and that is none other than our Toastmasters Sunil Idukula, who come in. Thank you very much. Before we close, there are just a couple. Please. Toastmaster Sunil. Dynamic leadership.
Yeah.
So we will be having our mock contests coming up in the next 2 meetings. The coming meeting as well as the meeting after that. And we are working out a scenario where we will try to do the mock contest in a hybrid meeting setup so that we are able to try it out so that the week subsequent 2 weeks will be our club contest. If this works out and we are able to conduct it successfully, we can take it over to the club contest as well in a hybrid meeting scenario. The reason behind that is actually one person who has been persevering me that we have to try to do it. But with the permission of district leaders who are here, clubs are allowed to do contests if any manner they want, they can do the real-time scenario, at least giving you that experience. And that person who will be pushing you behind is none other than our education. Toastmaster Koshi. Thank you very much for that. So to make sure that things are going smooth, the mock contest would be chaired by him. He will be the contest chair for the mock contest. And I immediately said I will be the chief judge. So we'll make sure that we are trying it out. It's an experiment where we will learn the experience. I request all of you to come forward and participate in the mock contest. The first week will be humorous and evaluation. And the second week, that is the week of 2 weeks from now, will be national speech and table topics. So further details will be shared by our education. Are there any further announcements? Maybe BPM first.
Area contest would be.
Yes, area contest and division contest will be online as decided by the district. But if we are able to get ahead with the mock contest in a grand way, we are successful in it. At least we have the experience of doing it here. And if any of our members are able to represent in the area of division, this would be a pre-runner. We could actually make use of the similar setup and make sure all our contestants are given the best audio visual aids that they are looking at. I believe we can do that. So with that,
You are not participating in the contest.
So without further any announcements, may I now request you all to stand up for the national anthem.
Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jala Sitaranga Tava Shubha Name Jari Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gata Jana Jana Mangala Dayaka Jaya Bharata Bhagya Vidara Jaya He Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya 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 He.
Meeting is officially adjourned. Last time you got the chance. Yeah, let's go on. This is our tradition. We will all go. Meet up for a group photo.
Yeah,